smart brony. Oh, hi.
There we go.
No, I've never considered that. I'm pretty good
I mean,
at knowing things.
not really.
Let me refresh the page.
You don't have any proof for that.
There
Well,
we go.
now it says we're live, but it's not doing the thing. Oh wait, now it's doing the thing.
I see you.
I don't even think they caught all of that.
I don't know.
All right, people,
It
get
looks
into
like
your positions.
Megan McGonagall's the only one in the chat right now.
That's good. Good.
Yep. Hello, Megan McGonagall. It's nice to see you again. Let me throw that over there.
Heather, what are you working on?
I'm still working on that hat for my sister.
How are we coming along with it?
Looks good. Just need it to be longer, and then it's a hat.
Yeah, you see, they did.
Yeah.
Go, take it, take it.
Emerald Spencer said, "We caught that you're not supposed to tell Brawny he's clever." So it seems like you were streaming.
What? How could it have been streaming? I didn't press go live. Well, I guess it's just freaking YouTube's way of being a dick.
And something about Brawny getting waterboarded to regain the ability to swim.
What? To regain the ability to swim? Did I miss that part?
Yes, you did. You completely missed that part.
Rewind it. I want to hear it. Now we have that
Well,
on the
it's up
record.
on your channel.
Now it's there forever. Hooray. If there's any one good
Oh,
thing to
God.
come out of this.
Battleship Agincourt says, "Greetings, Your Royal Highness."
Bronny, did you link the stream in your chat?
I did.
Good. Oh, no, that is the hentai posting. That's not where I post. Ah,
Luda
God!
Amethyst says, "Yo."
Ugh, my cat's claws hurt me a lot.
If she keeps hurting you like that, we're gonna have to start calling you Heather Clawsome.
I'm gonna open up this cheese I got, and I'm really looking forward to it.
But we're supposed to be crocheting.
It's chaos and cheese tonight. I know that doesn't roll off the tongue, but it's delicious. I got this cheese is pretty cool because I was introduced to it at work. A coworker brought it. It was like, hey guys, let's have cheese and crackers, and it is the fucking shit. But like not shit quality, but the good shit.
And that's $4 to the swear jar in one sentence.
It's okay. I picked up change at the laundromat today.
You would hate the Sex Pistols.
He does. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, one of them, one of the songs, I forget, it's either Bodies or something else. The word fuck is said 5 times in a single sentence. I love it.
That's a piece of art right there.
Now,
Queso
Emerald
crochet.
Spencer beat me to the pun. He says queso in crocheting.
I respect that one. But please, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Alouette, sponsor me because I love the fuck out of your cheese. It is garlic and herbs. Kitty, get off.
I don't know. I just can't see spreadable cheese being all that good.
On crackers. You
I
should
like
try
the
this.
canned cheese sometimes. You know, the
I really
easy
don't like
cheese.
that. I'll eat
Oh,
it, but it's a little
those-
cheap
ew.
tasting.
Ew, those are gross. I used to have those.
You gotta mix up the herbs.
Emerald Spencer says to avoid the swear jar, just say buck. It's not that hard. Okay, but the problem with that is then we're going to get confused with my name.
And there's not as much of a punch to it. I need something.
Well, we've
Yes.
always just, to refer to you, we always just say Brawny. We don't ever say, hey, Buck. We just say, hey, Brawny.
In fact, Buck was your brother's name, and that's all we've referred to him to.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you're not savvy with his series, but yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, my I used to be friends with a guy.
you smell the
And
cheese?
then I got him, and I pretty much called him my brother for as long as we were friends.
Smell the cheese.
And then I got him into the Brony fandom, and he made a pony Sona for himself and designed it to be my character's older brother. And then he named himself Buck Wild. Yep. And I do have one online student that calls me Mr. Buck, and I just haven't felt like correcting him. It's not worth it. Retro Gamer Kevin says, "Hi, Heather."
What's up?
I'm sipping green tea from a My Little Pony Gen 1 mug.
Hardcore.
Yep.
Would that be retro?
Sort of. Guys, I gotta tell you about this ramen place I went to. I mean, it wasn't a ramen place, it was a noodle shop. But it was very, very tasty.
Yeah? Was it as tasty as that Japanese udon place we ordered from that one time?
Yeah, I'd say so. In fact, maybe even better. It's just a block away from where I work, and it's called Mian Szechuan Noodle Shop. And,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so I went there, and I ordered their volcano soup, and it was delicious. Like, I feel like they put, like, butter or cheese in that broth. It was really good. I even ate all the vegetables that came with it. I had it with all its fixings. It was really,
nice.
It was really, really good. And they have this canned drink there called just milk drink. That's what it says on the can. And it's good to have with spicy food because it it soothes it right away. But it also tastes really good, and that's great. Yeah, I should take you there. I've only had one frickin' soup there, and I really want to go have another reason to go back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to work my way over there a little bit quicker then, but that was something we were having trouble with yesterday, was trying to figure out exactly when we're gonna be able to visit each other this week. Our jobs are starting to get in the way, and I don't like it.
I know, but it just means that things are more stable in the finance regard. Our anniversary's coming though next week, and a certain special young man's birthday.
Man, I wonder who it could be.
Is it me?
No, your birthday's in August, you big doof.
It is? I didn't even think I had a birthday to begin with.
Quit playing retard.
It's okay. People, even my own brother forget my birthday.
So next week we're all gonna wish Brandon a happy birthday.
Yay!
You're on the 14th, right?
No, our anniversary is on the 14th, you doof.
Sorry, I got the days mixed up, and that's a Saturday, Heather. So are we gonna stream next week?
If we want to. I mean, what else are we planning to do?
I don't know. I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of presents.
Are some of them going to be edible?
I hadn't planned on it, but now that you mention it, yes.
I'm sad to say, Bronny, I've been thinking about it. I think your present's going to come late because I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I ordered it special. And I ordered it like 2 weeks ago, and I barely got the notification now that they shipped it. And I ordered it so long ago, I was just like, it'll get to him too early if I send it directly to him, so I had it sent to me. So if I get it, because I haven't received it yet, I'm going to have to send it to you with the other stuff, and I want to wait and send it all together. So your gift might be late, which makes me mad.
Oh, that's all right, Heather.
I know, but it'll be worth it. It's a really cool present.
Yep. The most important thing to me is that we get to spend the day together. That's really all I want.
Yeah, maybe I'll try and get all my chores done during the week, so I won't even have to do my chores on Saturday.
Right.
Won't that be
So here's what we got to do if we stream next week. We got to sing "Happy Birthday" to Brandon.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yep.
I'm
Brandon,
gonna
go for it.
My family, they're taking me to some Italian restaurant somewhere out like it's funny enough, it's actually a town away from where I have my D&D sessions, but I'm probably gonna get a whole lot of happy birthday happy birthday songs sung to me.
Are they gonna be as tone deaf as us?
Probably more.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
That's awful.
But I've said it to both of you before. It's a venue I think I like a lot better than the one I was at last year. Is that a stream appropriate story? I don't know. I don't think so.
Why not? It's
Tell-
PG-13. Clean it up a little bit. It'll be fine.
Yeah. But before you do that, I just want you to know that I'm gonna hire a mariachi band to follow you around all day.
Yo, I've always wanted that.
Aw, that's so cute.
Good, good. So tell your story.
Okay. So for my last birthday, my stepdad took me to Gentlemen's Club. I don't need to really expand on what that is. I'm sure a lot of people already know about
Quote
it.
unquote
Oh, God.
gentleman.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, my mom sanctioned the trip. She was all for it. She's like, "Yeah, Brandon, go, have fun, all that stuff." And
Wow.
My mom
No
encouraged
idea.
me to go see strippers. Not female
What?
ones, though.
You know what? My stepdad invited me, like after that night, he invited me to what he referred to as the male event, which I declined. The first one I was kind of dragged to, so I couldn't decline, but eh. I think gentlemen clubs are awkward enough on their own, like if you're going there by yourself. But I want you to imagine going with your boomer stepdad, his boomer friends, and then if anyone remembers the origin story of my username, that one edgy kid that I feel like is gonna commit a crime one of these days. Imagine being in the same vicinity with them. It was just, ugh, God.
You're braver than I am, Brandon.
Ronnie, have you ever been to a gentleman's club?
I have
That's
not.
a trap. It's a trap.
It's
Well,
not.
well, I'll tell you when I have. With my first girlfriend, she came down to Florida to visit, and we went to Daytona Beach, and then we got lost in Daytona Beach when the GPS finally started working, and I pulled into the first parking lot I could so I could turn around, and she goes, "What's a gentleman's club?" And I look up, and we're in the parking lot of there's this big sign that says Gentlemen's Club. This whole metal building all the way around with no windows. And I which baffled me that she didn't know what that was because she was 6 years older than me. And I go, you are just far too innocent, and just drove away. And that's my strip club experience.
So you didn't even go into it.
Nope, just the parking lot unwittingly.
I haven't been to a gentleman's club either, but like when I have a bachelorette party, I'm sorry, Bronny, they're probably gonna be strippers at some point.
I
don't.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not sure I like
Just
that
why-
idea.
Why would
I
anyone,
won't touch. I'll just look.
Why would anyone? I don't think like people like actual people go to strip clubs. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just don't understand.
I don't know. Just to look at something that's real, that you know that's right in front of you. I never question it. I'm just like, yeah, dudes are into that. Most dudes, anyway. You guys are very much exceptions to that rule.
I suppose so.
You're very exceptional men. You should take that as a compliment. That's why I know you're both so loyal.
Alrighty then.
You know what's funny?
Hey, do you guys like all the eyes staring at you from the back of my bedroom?
I don't know how I didn't notice that pile of plushies until now.
And they all have a story.
Yep.
We'll get into that another day.
I can see the rarity you made next to the like plush rarity.
Oh
And
yeah.
it looks like It just looks like, Rarity's deformed twin.
Yeah, thanks. I have some of my earliest attempts at plushies right here. Like my first one I ever made is all the way over there. Looks like a lopsided cat. That was obviously one of my first ponies. My first King Sombra. I want to make another one, but like my King Sombra's right there. And in the trash can, I put a few rejects that I just want to forget about. The rest I can somehow find a bit, as a bit novel. Being like looking back and looking at them, being like, yeah, I've come so far. Isn't this neat? But still a little sensitive, bitch.
It's okay, Heather. I don't. There's a reason I don't watch my old videos.
Ronnie,
What?
Me neither, honestly.
remember that OC I made? I want you to. I will pay you to make a plushie of that OC.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah.
Maybe that could be my birthday
So
present.
the chat has no idea what you're talking about, Brandon. So last week after the stream, Heather and Brandon and I were hanging out, and he's trying to design himself a pony Sona so he can start making videos, I guess. And
No,
and
it's not like a pony sona to be used for other videos. It's gonna be more, I guess, contextual. The video I want to make, which I predict is gonna be at least 2 or 3 parts.
Ooh.
It's gonna be on bronies, and I guess that's just gonna be contextual. After I make that OC and use it, I'm never gonna use it again.
okay. So
It's a throwaway OC.
yeah.
Yeah,
So he and he goes to Heather and he goes, design me an OC because I designed one and I don't like it or something like that, right? And I went, screw that, I'll bet you I can design one faster than Heather can, but I cheated because I am a horrible person. And Heather's going through on General Zoe and she's putting things together, and I go on General Zoe and I hit random. And then and I go, okay, we're done, and I give the result to
I love
Brandon,
Bronny's
and
the
Brandon's
most.
like, oh my god, I love it, this is so perfect.
I love that. I love that OC.
Oh.
I love it. It's tall. It's terrible. I love it.
It's a beautiful story, though.
It
Like such
is.
a nice origin story. I hit random, and it just happened.
Oh my god.
Yep, and I do have it saved.
So do I. I have it saved.
Yep, I wish I could show it to you guys. Actually,
Can't
actually
you
we
just-
can. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
can. So Heather, I'm gonna drop it into our Discord chat. I want you to open it and then go into OBS and make a window capture
Okay.
and then and show the stream.
Okay.
You can also show them the.
Hold on, I'm
the
a little
OC.
tipsy.
I'll actually
but
just
let
re-upload
me
them.
remember how to do this. Blah blah blah. Where can I get?
Okay, so go into OBS
In
and
OBS.
go to plus.
Plus.
Yep, in the sources, go to plus.
Yeah, and go to video capture device or like
No, go to window capture.
window capture. Duh.
Yep, and then
Okay.
select, and then when the picture already opens, select the picture for that window. And then make sure it's labeled in such a way that or layered rather in such a way that you can bring it up, because we're not seeing anything on the stream right now.
Yeah, hold on. Ah.
Emerald Spencer says, of course Brawny's loyal. What's he going to do, fly away?
I find that one funny.
Buckin5 wants to know what my OC would think of Thunderblight. I don't know enough about that character. Probably think it was super edgy.
Thunderblight. Is this like some kind of MLP thing, or is this a
Yeah.
reference to Thunderblight canon?
No, it's Thunderblight. In this case, it's an MLP thing. One of our content creators, Lightning Bliss, has an evil alternate persona named Thunderblight.
One of my comments was featured in one of her subscriber specials. I mean, not in a
Really?
good context, granted, but like I'll show you afterwards.
Mm.
I'm okay.
Um,
I found that super surprising.
what's it called? The
So
Thunderblight I'm thinking of is from Breath of the Wild. I think he's one of the next to Waterblight again. He's probably one of the hardest blights. I hated him. Took forever. Thunderblight Ganon gets my wrath.
mm. Buckin5 says I really like the Applejack plushie in the middle with the hat.
Oh yeah, you can't see it, but it's in a Han Solo outfit. I felt Star Warsy that day. I can't figure this shit out, so
All right, yeah. So just go back to normal, I guess.
I could just you could just put your OC in like a separate link and then pop that link to the chat.
yeah, that sounds good. Something I can figure out far easily.
Yep. Begorna says, hello, y'all jobbers and people who unironically say poggers, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Buckin5 says to me if I want to learn how to play Prance. So, let me look that up.
Okay, so have you ever played Slapjack?
Oh. I know I minimized myself. Also, I wanted to address something I saw in the chat earlier because I feel like it's important. Mukbang is those, typically it's a stream where you just watch someone eat.
Mm.
I should make a stream like that one day. I'd be famous.
Yeah.
Slapjack. I don't know.
Okay.
God, it is nice.
If you don't know, then no, you haven't played it yet. But basically, what you're doing is you and your friends are sitting in a circle with the cards divided evenly among you, and you're just one by one flipping the cards over into the center of the table. And whenever you get a match or a sandwich, you got to be the first to slap the top of the. You got to be the first to slap the pile of cards in the middle. And if you win that, then you get all those cards. And the goal is to get the entire deck all to yourself.
Oh, so it's Prance.
Yeah, that's what the question was. If Brandon wanted to learn to play Prance. So basically, what happens is you get your hand broken. So Prance is Slapjack, but with pony cards.
Oh, okay. Because when I saw the words play, like how to, and then play Prance, I looked up to see. I looked it up to see if there was like some kind of song by the name of Prance. And I saw a couple weird results. What was one? There's a music video from RuPaul, which is called like A Shade Shady, and in parentheses it says now Prance. There's a lion guard Prance with me. There's some kids video called Frankie Prance. I'm like, what is Prance? But now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Buckin5 is asking if I've seen Heather's OC.
He'd have
Heather,
to at this point.
Have I seen your OC, Heather? I'm not sure if I have. I mean, we've been. How long have we been friends?
Pretty long time, and if you're looking at Discord, you're staring at it right now, and it's eating a hot dog. He's seen it. And also, it's right there. I made a plushie of it a while ago. Probably one of my best ones.
Emerald Spencer seems to really love Brawny's OC. Really, he really loves it.
Yeah, I can tell.
I don't know, like, your OC's great, but I think just the final picture of my OC, just no skeleton whatsoever. The one I left in the chat. I don't know. I feel like this is a little tough to beat.
Agorna wants to know why your OC is in the middle of a demonic possession.
I mean, aren't all ponies just like that? I thought
I'm
it was
not.
just
You put a lot of jewelry on that thing, I gotta say.
Yeah. I went for everything without making my OC an alicorn. And I don't even remember, okay, wait, now I remember, there's a clear picture. My OC was a Pegasus. Okay. I didn't even remember.
I still go by brownies.
Pegasus, more like Pegasissy.
You have the worst mustache, a goatee. Your tail and mane don't fucking match.
That's
You
the
design your-
point.
You design your pony shoulders like a real Pegasimpleton.
That's the point. Nothing about my OC is supposed to look good. If anything about it looks good, I need to fix it.
A real peg eyesore.
I guess that's a form of art in some way.
Buckin5 says, Brony, are we ever gonna get to see the pictures your OC has taken?
I thought there was one where you did.
God,
But,
I love fucking cheese.
Probably not. How's that hat coming along, Heather? Do you think we'll get it done tonight?
I sure hope so. We're running out of yarn. But I think we will. It's just gotta be a bit longer and actually go around the head. It's kind of wrinkling up, and I kind of have to stretch it, but we'll do our best. Do our best.
Emerald. Just stop. Oh no.
Emerald Spencer says his design sensibilities don't seem down to earth, pony. Yeah, he's really out of unicorn with this.
Bugorna says, Pegasus are glorified chicken and unicorns are goats with only one horn. What are earth ponies then?
Mules.
Horses. No, a mule is what happens when a horse breeds with a donkey.
Exactly. You can't look at a freaking stallion like Troubleshoes and tell me the rest of them are horses too. He's a horse. The rest of them.
No, the rest of them are ponies. That's kind of the point.
You said an earth pony was a horse.
Not all horses are ponies, but all ponies are horses, Heather.
Bronny, get out of my room.
No. I like it here.
Why? You want the millions of eyes staring at you?
Yes. I will dance for them and sing for them.
Good, be a good slut.
How dare you? I have been nothing but loyal to you. I do not appreciate these implications.
You mean, yeah, Heather, to be fair, you were the one that just said you would stare intently at the male strippers at your, okay, is it bachelorette for you, or?
Yeah, bachelorette.
That doesn't make me a slut, it makes me a voyeur.
Yes, it does, Heather. Means you're cheating on me with your mind.
Well, shit, then I'm doing that a good few times.
How freaking dare you! I don't think about other women.
Most of them aren't real. In fact, all of them are not.
Oh my god, that's...
I
don't know if that
I
helps.
don't want to know.
Oh, Brandon, have you not seen the list?
Have you not seen the list?
See the list.
She's got a list of like 50.
Have you seen, Brandon, have you seen my Necronomicon of ships?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I wonder what the chat thinks. Guys, is it possible for Heather to cheat on me with a 50-man strong list of fictional characters? Most
That's
of
not
whom
cheating.
don't even have a face.
Yeah, everyone give me your opinion. Is thinking about fictional men cheating? Because
Yeah,
it's not.
what are you gonna do when the real frickin' Chip and Dale dancers show up at your bachelorette party, right? That's there's no two
Unless
ways
they're
about
all
that.
fucking dressed as the husbandos on that list, which
Yeah,
they
I
probably
was
won't.
gonna say, you know what? Heather could probably, there's probably a way to compromise and have them dress up in like these weird fursuits that match the people.
Oh, because you assume they're all furry characters.
Some of them, at least.
I can't think of any.
I think McCree technically counts as a furry character.
He's just Carrie.
What's the difference, Heather?
A few inches.
What?
A few inches of fur is what I mean, but it came off like a few inches, and I'm like, oh, that sounded like dick.
I need to correct Professor Luce's vocabulary here. He goes, "My wife has it worse. I'm pansexual. I think about people of all genders," and I think he means both.
Okay, don't bring that, Ronnie.
I'm doing it.
Mm.
Oh, let's see here. Bigorna says only if they don't hold hands.
See, I haven't held hands with any of them. In fact, I
Hey.
haven't held hands with anybody except you. Maybe Sweetie, if you count that as cheating, but she was trying to help me cross the street because apparently I'm bad at that.
I've had to rescue my little brother several times from getting run over by New York taxis because he just wasn't watching where he was going. I've had to like come in and pull him back to the sidewalk. I'm just like, you
Oh my
idiot,
God.
you massive idiot.
Yeah, I've been there. Usually when I'm in a group full of people, I gotta be spotter. 'Cause-
Yeah, he's freaking. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This has been a situation with me. Bronny has had to stop me from doing it. Sweetie has had to stop me from doing it. My family at several different junctions have stopped me from doing it, and I didn't know about it until, like, my friend brought it up several years into me being an adult. She's like, Heather, you gotta watch where you're going. And I tell my mom, and she's like, yeah, you've always been like that. I'm like, what?
Alrighty then.
No one wants to tell me I'm a danger to myself.
I remember 2009 or 10, I think, and I was walking around downtown Philadelphia with a couple of friends, and both of them were just very sheltered people. So I was having to be a straight up bodyguard and spotter all in one, and I remember just weaving everybody, checking my six, checking out everybody, making sure we had enough distance between everybody, not letting anybody talk to us. Oh my God! Man, if I hadn't been there, those two
Yeah.
poor friends of mine probably would have gotten mugged. I can't remember what we were doing in downtown Philadelphia in the first place. I think it was just walking around, and it wasn't even fun.
Well, maybe not for you.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember what we did. Aside from, we ended up at some, like, dive bar Chinese restaurant late at night in a really seedy looking part of town, and I was just like, yeah, the food's good here, but can we go, please?
I want to go back to New York one day, if only just to New York City, just to ice skate in that one popular spot that you always see in movies.
I was talking to you about this before, and I offered to literally buy a ticket for you to come down here in the
I would
summer.
not feel good about you buying a ticket. And it's got to be in the cards. I want to ask Juanita to go because I know she wanted to go to New York City at some point. But also, I don't have the vacation days. Technically, I don't even have any accrued yet. Maybe next year.
Wait,
I'd like to make a commitment to it.
Heather, do you feel tense yet?
Nah, I feel pretty loose. Why?
What about now?
I kind of feel like jamming, honestly. Put on something jazzy.
that was like that's like a kind of, I don't know if it's an official joke yet, but like every once in a while I'll just say to Heather, I'm like, hey, do you feel tense yet? And I'll just start arpeggiating like all the diminished let me try that one again. All the diminished chords on a piano, because they're supposed to like establish some kind of tense feeling in a song.
Mm-hmm.
I have
I just
no
did that.
idea. I have no idea what you're going on about, Brandon.
Basically, if you ever hear a tense moment in a movie, those piano chords that are like da na 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 na, he'll start doing that, and I'm like, shit, who's gonna murder me right now? But nah, I think it's not getting to me right now because I've been drinking this booze down pretty fast. I haven't had any water. Hold on, let me get a little more sober.
It's gonna take longer than that, Heather.
Oh well. I'm eating with it, so it shouldn't be that bad, but I'm a little lightheaded. Always a good feeling, though.
Bigorna says crossing the street is easy. Not getting hit while doing so is more complicated.
Exactly. I can get to the other side, but I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna be there unscathed.
Emerald Spencer says I'd advise no travel at all right now, and then he's going through a part where maybe one of my videos, I don't know what he's talking about, where I played Megalovania on the cat piano, and I never played Megalovania. I don't know how to play Megalovania.
Do 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 do.
Heather, that's
Oh,
like
he says the CNC, so maybe it was the Chaos and Crocheting when I was there.
that's like the key of like K major. What is that?
I think we've got way too much piano going on and not nearly enough crocheting.
Probably not, but they said cat piano and I had to. What I do with my crocheting? I threw it over here. I was like, wapa, it's time.
Alrighty then.
Oh, beautiful times. Beautiful times. I'm running low on crackers.
Yep. We have fun here.
We do. God, you guys gotta try this cheese. It's pretty good. I think it's like catnip for middle-aged women. I'm
Is
not
it
middle-aged yet.
Is it Gouda, Heather?
No, it's this name that I can't recognize. It's Alouette.
Heather. Is it Gouda?
So
Is
like
the cheese Gouda?
So, like, all the people in my office are middle-aged women, and they love this cheese, and I love this cheese, and I think I'm turning into a middle-aged woman gradually, which was gonna happen anyway, so whatever. Oh. Sweetie doesn't normally like cheese, but I wanted to try this. How do you feel, Prawny Honey dear?
I'm feeling pretty good. Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Professor Lou says, I like all cheese, so there is a very good chance I'll eat it.
I like most cheese. I haven't found a cheese I don't like yet.
You didn't seem terribly fond of the brie that they were serving at my family's house.
Yeah, brie's the one. Because I think they also served brie at Josh and Ari's wedding, and I was like, nah, I'm not down with that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, they did serve brie there, but you didn't get a chance to have my family's brie.
So maybe that'll be different, but so far,
Maybe.
haven't liked brie. It's the consistency. It feels weird.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, especially how it's like wrapped up in that pastry. I like it a lot, but yeah, no offense to Josh and Ari, but the brie that was at their wedding was not very good.
Yeah. At least they had cupcakes. I did like the other cheese.
J Yoshi 64 says, I don't think Heather got the pun, Brawny. Did you get my pun, Heather?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Say no. Say no.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You be honest with me, Heather. If you lie to me, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna be pissed because my man doesn't make puns.
That's all I do is make puns.
I've never heard one pun from you ever.
You're such a dirty liar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What am I gonna do with you?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask my husband.
Ah, so you were married this whole time. I knew it.
Yep.
Yoshi64 says, my family buys this extra sharp cheddar and we call it crack cheese. I am not fond of sharp cheeses.
You know what's funny? The greatest compliment I give to food is that it's like heroin. Because with a good type of food or like this cheese, I'll be like, man, is there heroin in this? Because shit, this is fucking good.
Oh my god, we're up to like $12 on the swear jar tonight.
Well, who's paying that? Because I'm not.
Everyone donate $12 to Heather's PayPal in the link in the description right now.
Or 12 of you donate $1.
Nope. All 9 of you, $12. We need that pizza money.
I can see.
I would really like
a,
some pizza, actually. I want something to eat. I ate that sandwich I made the other day, but I think the cheese wasn't good, so I threw out the rest of it. I'm actually very hungry.
What were you saying, Brandon?
Bigorna is a person of taste. Mozzarella is extremely good, and I love mozzarella. It's great.
Mozzarella's good.
Love mozzarella.
I love pepper jack. I like a little spice in my cheese.
Oh god, I'm not fond of pepper jack. And just does horseradish burn the heck out of anybody else's mouth, or is that just me?
Isn't that kind of the point? Isn't horseradish kind of like spicy?
I don't like the smell.
Okay, so you don't like horseradish cheese either.
I don't really
Oh,
get
that's a good point. Bucket 5 says, if Heather gets a swear jar, Brawny needs a pun jar. Puns should be treated as swears, I think.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go
well,
get
I
Brawny.
have one, though. Listen carefully, my friends.
Oh,
That's the sound of my pun jar.
God damn it, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a suspenseful moment? Hold on. Let me choose.
You're,
one out of my.
you're really bad at this, Brandon.
You need to be on it, Brandon, in the moment. Perfect.
I used to be part of this church group, and we had one guy that would always just carry around an acoustic guitar with him. His name was Mike. He was actually really cool until he went crazy. But he would just follow
How did he go
people.
crazy?
I'll tell you about it later. But the point of the story is he would follow people around with his guitar and just play theme music for them. And he was always right on point with matching the mood. Like, I remember this one guy aggravating me, so I started chasing him around, and he happened to be following me, and he's like, dun 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 dun.
My last cracker. Oh, shit.
It's kind of like that trope of following people with a tuba.
The Family
Oh,
Guy
yeah.
gag. Do, 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 do.
I have a glandular problem.
That'll be $50.
Oh, let's see here. J Yoshi says Kung Pao chicken from Panda Express is just too spicy for me.
I haven't tried that. Ah, shit, I dropped a whole bunch of my pony figurines.
Shady Oak says they actually use horseradish cheese during Passover Seder. If
Seder.
I'm pronouncing Seder. Yeah, I should have asked the Jewish guy. Ceremonies because they are so bitter. It reminds them all of their ancestors' time in slavery. Is that true, Brandon?
So what if you like it? What does that mean?
It means you like suffering, of course.
Means you're a sadist?
I thought that was just being Jewish in general.
Oh. Offensive.
Well, whoa, okay.
Offensive.
Why are all the guys named Mike guitar players? Because you need a mic to record the music. That is a collaborative comment by Professor Luce and Emerald Spencer.
Good job, guys.
Wait,
I'm out of crackers and I'm sad. Want more crackers? I'm also just hungry. Shoot, should I order a pizza?
What else have you eaten today?
I woke up and had some Captain Crunch, and I had that sandwich. And I've had like a few little shortbread cookies as a snack. But I haven't had any food.
Hmm.
I had the crackers and cheese.
Yeah, you could use a little more food.
Yeah. I don't feel like cooking nothing. I can't think of anything here I want to eat. So maybe I should order a pizza. Pizza. Do that in a second. Why is it so quiet in here? Where's my phone?
I don't know. Is it? Oh wait, I see it on your bed.
I got it. I just grabbed it.
Ah, there's a problem with being several seconds behind on the stream.
I noticed my chromatics have gotten faster. That's awesome.
Emerald Spencer says, "Stop making me hungry." So Heather, I gotta tell you, I've been trying to learn how to make beef Wellington. Have you ever had beef Wellington?
Oh gosh, if I have, it's been a long time because I can't remember.
Okay, so you know what beef Wellington is, right?
Something with beef.
Yeah, what you not just beef, you take a whole freaking thing of filet mignon, right? And you make up some pastry dough for it, and you half fry the steak on the stove or on the grill or something like that, and then you wrap it up in the pastry and leave it to chill for a few hours, and then you take it out and you finish off the baking in the oven. So now you've got this like like this flaky pastry crust wrapped steak, and it's just really freaking good.
Now, yeah, that sounds like something I would, if I had it, I would probably have loved it. But yeah, make that for me, please. I am hungry.
I will. I just gotta get the hang of it. It's one of those things where I'm gonna have to practice it a little bit because while I can learn how to cook, the first time I cook anything, I freaking bomb it. Except for that time I made pizza. For some reason, I had a handle on that.
The pizza was pretty good.
From experience.
Did you like how you put the hot dogs in that crust? Because I thought it was pretty jamming. Needs more cheese in it. Needs more cheese in it. What you should do: get the hot dogs, wrap them in cheese.
This is a calzone, but okay.
That's gonna be the crust. That's the crust of the pizza.
Alrighty then. I
Alright,
think
so-
next time I make pizza, what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna put mozzarella sticks into the crust, and then just really double and triple down on the cheese.
That's genius, baby. You're the best.
Yep. Except Pizza Hut invented that with the stuffed crust. That's literally what the stuffed
Innovate.
crust was. But yeah.
What? I don't even know what kind of pizza I want right now.
You want a meat pizza.
I want meat, but like, do I want it spicy? What do I want on it? Oh,
You want sausage, pepperoni, bacon, and anchovies.
No, I don't want that. I want to get something from No Anchovies. I had their hot wing pizza, but maybe I should try something new.
Emily Maloney says, "Hey."
Hey, Emily, you want to watch me order a pizza?
Here, Heather, how about I order the pizza for you and you keep at the crochet?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I need to finish this hat. Honey, I don't know what pizza I want, though.
Do you trust me, Heather?
I'm a little scared, too, since that last time.
What do you... Oh, yeah, the last time. Hey, I had no way of knowing they were going to put onions on that, and I'm not going to order you that same type of pizza.
Most places do. They automatically put onions on there. But okay, we're probably not going to order a spicy pizza. I don't know. I want something cheesy. See if they make steak pizza.
All right. Actually, frick, I'm broke.
Then Heather needs to order the pizza.
No.
Hold on, no, Heather, I got it. Just
No, don't, Brandon, I will kill you.
My only caveat is that if you tell me to get Domino's or any place that's not actually pizza, all my fun. I will pull back all my funding.
No, I can do it. I can do it. Look, they have a ranch chicken pizza, mozzarella, marinated chicken, spinach, bacon,
That's
and ranch.
gonna have onions on it.
No, it doesn't say onions. Usually says
It didn't say onions on the last one either.
hot wing pizza. No, I don't think it has onions.
Jay Yoshi says, I like making toasted peanut butter banana sandwiches. A toaster oven is a must for my method, not a plain old toaster. I feel like the peanut butter would melt and get everywhere and be impossible to clean up.
You know, this pesto chicken pizza sounds pretty good. Pesto, grilled chicken, red pepper, mozzarella, and parmesan. What do you guys think?
Yeah, give it a try.
Yeah, large pizza. Is there any dressings I should have on the side?
Anchovies.
That's not a dressing.
Anchovies, Heather.
It's the restaurant is specifically called No Anchovies. You Neanderthal.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's my favorite pizza joint around here. No anchovies. It's kind of pricey, but I like the pizza.
They are actually really good.
Yeah, I had him try some of their pizza. We had the Alfredo pizza, I think, that night. Or was it Parmesan?
I don't like Alfredo.
It's like chicken.
Gross.
No, I ordered us the chicken parm pizza. Is what I ordered us. I'm pretty sure. Had the breaded chicken on it.
Bigorna says, so on food-related curiosities, I remembered about a regional variant of jerky named Charkay. Chark, maybe. I don't know.
Should I get fries?
Nah, I don't think so, Heather. That was made by the first settlers around here by letting meat cure on horses' sweat.
Ew.
Ew, and then Professor Lou says Brawny is Aladdin confirmed, and I have no idea what he's referring to.
I don't know. Maybe it was about the being broke thing.
Probably.
Just to be a jerk. Come on, man. I'm playing
Some
stupid
guys
money for pizza.
don't appreciate I'm broke.
Hey, yeah, there you go. I feel like watching Aladdin now.
Oh my god, no.
Is it?
Why? Why do you hate Aladdin? That's probably the most progressive movie.
Wait. The new Aladdin or the OG one?
I like the OG one. The new one is like, I'll watch it again, but just for a few moments in there.
Still gotta work on Octaving. I don't know.
Battleship Agincourt says, I got a new job with great benefits, but not the kind of work that I'm into, so I'm hoping I can manage it. Well, congratulations, Battleship. If I'm going to say anything to you, it's you don't want to worry about the type of work you're doing right now, and make sure you live for things that are outside of work, and just don't dedicate your whole time to that job, and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna put this cheese in the fridge real quick. 1 sec.
Alrighty then. Clayton Johnson says, I'm here. What did I miss? What did Clayton miss today, Brandon?
He missed me threatening to waterboard you.
Yep, I'm sure he would have loved that.
What else did he miss? I wouldn't even call it a story because there were barely any details, but I did say that I was talking about the last venue of my birthday, which was a gentleman's club, and I didn't like it. I guess there was that. Puns, of course, that's kind of a staple here.
Yep, that's what we do.
I pet my cat because I love her.
That's too.
I was really upset because I couldn't find my shirt with Spider-Man on it to go with these shorts because I'm wearing my Spider-Man shorts, and I'm still a little upset about it because I'm wearing my Avengers shirt. Ugh. I wonder if I threw it out, but I don't see why I would. It was a perfectly good shirt.
Does that not make you feel very good, Mr. Stark?
No, Jarvis. In fact, no, it does not.
I'm going to put the piano away because it is rude to practice while others are talking. Just like it was rude for my mom to cut onions while I was practicing that one day.
Are you sure you were just emotional?
Yeah, no, I was so moved by myself.
You know what's rude? Did he
Alrighty then.
fucking leave?
Yeah, he did. Well, he's back now, but still a Philly move.
Oh!
Heather, show them the kazoo. Like I know you had it for a second there, but show them the kazoo that I got you.
He got me a golden kazoo because he loves me and not you, audience.
Yep.
I love my
That's
life.
what-
Sometimes I really love
What
it.
club I went to? I don't know why you need to know that, but I can say it's none that you would know. How many? You gotta. You inhabit those places often, Clayton.
If Clayton did name the frickin' gentleman clubs you went to, I would be really creeped out.
I'd be a little freaked out too.
Like Clayton, what?
You just walk in there and Clayton's like managing the place. He's got a full suit on. He looks like Steve Harvey.
Oh my god. You know, we were talking about jobs earlier and it had me, like, I've been thinking about my career a lot lately because I'm like, I'm okay with what I do and the pay has been decent, but I think I want to make more money. I gotta say, that's the bottom line. I want to make more money. And I've been going to school, but I'm like, it seems to people that make more money is a management position, and I don't really want to be in charge of people. So that's like, you're at odds with that. I'm at odds with that right now. It's like, I don't want to be in charge, but I want to make more money. But I don't want to be in charge.
Sometimes the people that are the best leaders are the ones that don't want to be in charge.
God, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, I'm not the most assertive person around. I mean, I could try, but...
Well, you just have to know how to delegate and how to be empathetic.
I mean,
And if
sure.
you have those qualities, then yeah, you have the potential to be a good leader.
I guess I'll try if the opportunity ever arises. Lately, it's been okay at work. Hopefully, maybe it'll lead me in a good direction. Following this out right now, I like that I got an office job.
Tammy Dillistone, which I'm assuming is a relative of yours.
Yes, that's my sister.
Wants to know where's Knife.
Oh, she's on the couch in the living room taking a little cat nap. She's being a little baby.
Ha! I get it. Cat nap.
Yeah, she's a cat. She naps.
Brandon, quit being so catty.
I see that she responded in the bottom of the chat. You don't need to be assertive. If that's not, I guess it's not required because I already have the authority within me. But I don't know. I'm afraid of people in like lower tiers being like, you know, what's the term for being a really bitchy employee and a big whiner? Other than what I just said.
Is it not just
unruly employees? I don't know.
Like, I'm sure there are words for it, but
I don't know.
Bella Pink Savage says, "What's up? The Golden Kazoo, yes."
Yes, girl.
Megan wants you to play the kazoo some more. You're off key, Heather.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to tell her, but yeah.
Can you even have a key with a kazoo?
Alrighty then.
Yes.
Professor Lou says, "I'm getting back into the military soon as far as career goes."
Oh, well,
that's pretty cool.
That's not a bad step. My brother Alexander has been like career military man.
Emily Maloney wants to know if you're going to see the new Mulan when it comes out.
Not right when it comes out. But I want to go see it with Sweetie because we both kind of like Disney, and I want to see what they're doing with that movie.
As I've been seeing it so far, and I guess it makes the most sense. Making animated movies into movies that aren't animated hasn't gone over too well, and I don't have good feelings for Mulan. And I've been hearing a lot of behind the scenes controversy too.
Like,
makes me question if I should see it.
They should have hired me.
I'm kind of hoping that in the credits they'll have the songs, like as a little, like a nice little surprise.
Yeah, how can you have? I just can't get over that just as much as I can't get over that one part of the sheet music of Hyrule Field.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, Brandon.
Yeah, but you do. Why you gonna have Mulan without songs?
Yeah,
like,
Mulan
why are you gonna
had
do
good
that?
songs.
How are you gonna do that?
Mulan had good
Well,
songs.
let me ask you this, Brandon. Is it not better because didn't you just try to share with us the other day a 40-minute YouTube video about how horrible the live action music actually is?
I watched that whole thing. I really liked that video.
I'm sure
But
whatever it said
I
could have
do
been
know.
said in much less than 30 minutes.
I don't know. I'd have to really watch it a few times and
I
break
do
it down
think
myself.
the writing. I do think the writing was pretty rough around the edges, but like it was. But like I still enjoyed it, and I've watched a couple more of his videos.
I will say, the song they put in Aladdin, the new original song called Speechless. Like the first time I listened to it, watching it in the movie, I wasn't enthralled by it because I wasn't enthralled by that character. And I'm like, oh yeah, good job having that imaginary battle that didn't actually happen, and you haven't done anything in this movie since. But when it was sung by someone else, by like there's this guy, this vocalist on YouTube that I like to listen to, Caleb Hiles. He covered Speechless, and it was better, and I liked it way more when it came out of him.
Hmm.
But the whole thing with why he was saying that live action renditions of songs from anime from the original source sucked was because the character of the songs were stripped out. That was mostly it. It was mostly just a lack of emotion and tone in the songs.
Yeah,
Well,
and I
also,
did
Emma
like it.
Watson is flat as a pancake in terms of her singing voice.
That
Yeah,
singing voice
she's
he's
pretty bad.
gone over how they altered her voice in that. It's still like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if they even gave her the
Oh, and
chance to sing.
and I heard it too. In the Lion King live adaptation, they accidentally auto tuned Simba to the wrong note. I heard that, and that was hilarious. It was so when he was singing what is what is just called I Can't Wait to Be King.
Might be.
Yeah,
I forgot to
that was
stretch.
So Brandon, who am I? There must be more to this provincial life.
someone who's gonna get a pitchfork down their throat.
I won't say the singing was amazing, but I don't even think she was really singing, if that makes any sense.
I don't know. I have no way to confirm or deny
I'm
that.
I'm honestly kind of. What if it wasn't her singing and it was kind of like there was one speaking actress and then a singing actress?
They would put that in the credits, wouldn't they?
You would think. Maybe they
They
did some
they might
spooky stuff.
unless they're able to unless for whoever they got in marketing determines that if they market as Emma Watson singing, that's going to bring in more money, and then they just got to pay somebody enough to be motivated to keep quiet about how they replaced Emma Watson's voice. But
I mean,
even then, they
if
did a horrible job of all that.
if I were the singer for Belle's character in that movie, I would keep quiet too. I'd be too embarrassed.
Yeah, that's,
Um,
you got a point there.
Clayton's asking if I'm gonna be honest, why does Disney need to remake their movies? Why can't they make something original? The same reason Nintendo for a while liked to remake and rehash new Super Mario Brothers for 60 different consoles. It's
Money.
probably it's probably nostalgia and money. Yeah.
And we tend to fall for it.
I don't know. I mean, the last remake I spent money on was Aladdin, and I never went again to another remake.
We should all see Cats.
Cats. Yeah, I know the
I
cat
got a
movie for
better
that.
idea. Let's not do that. You know what would be a better idea than that, Brandon, is like drinking cyanide. Let's drink cyanide instead of seeing cats. Let's do literally anything else except see cats.
I have Chicago on DVD. Do you guys want to watch that?
Yeah, I could go for watching Chicago.
And then we can watch Shape of Water.
No,
You know what
we
I wanna
cannot
watch?
watch Shape of Water.
I want to watch the sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show, Shock Treatment. I hear it's pretty mediocre, but I want to see it anyway.
Really? I didn't know there was a sequel. I'm curious.
There was. And like I don't know too much about it, but all I know is that it was considered to be pretty mediocre.
Well, it's not hard to be better than the original Rocky Horror Picture Show, so
Here we go.
mediocre might just be an improvement. Unless you're somehow worse than Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is a feat in of itself.
God, Ronnie, we get it. You have a negative opinion on it.
I love Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's one song I didn't like, and it's not because it was completely uncomfortable. It was just a pretty weak song in general.
No.
Heather probably knows what I'm referring to.
Which song was that?
It's literally called. I actually want to double check because the fucking name is so stupid. But
Yeah,
I think it's literally called Touch a Touch. Yeah, Touch a Me.
Really? I thought that one was catchy. Touch me.
It was pretty weak.
Yeah, sure, it wasn't their best one, but I thought it had energy in it. I liked watching it. I think my favorite one in that one.
I loved the entirety of the show. Like the show that was put on.
What was the song that Eddie sang when he came out? I liked that song a lot.
Hot Patootie, Bless My Soul.
Oh yeah, Hot Patootie, Bless My Soul. I liked that one. I actually was in one of because in my college we were doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing. The thing is, they asked me to be on it. I didn't try out for it because I didn't think I'd have the time, but they came, and then someone was like, yeah, we actually don't have enough people being Transylvanians in the background. Do you think you have time for it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I was in it, and I got to just dance along with them through some of those songs, and it was really fun because our freaking Eddie had a scooter, and he just came out in the scooter, and it was like, oh my god, and he was just driving through the audience like, woo! But our freaking
what if someone
Frankenfurter
decided to stand up in the middle of that?
I don't know. It wouldn't have been good. But freaking the guy we got to play Frankenfurter was actually super good. Like, you put him in a wig and he looked exactly like Tim Curry. And he had the lips for it. I don't know why that drew my attention, but he had the lips. And I was in the beginning of it because I played whoever the hell was getting married in the beginning of the movie because we needed somebody to be that. And I'm like, I put on a dress in the freaking that they had in the background at one point, and someone was like, that looks like a wedding dress. Let's have her do it. And I'm like, lead role. One of the leading roles that disappears 5 minutes after it starts.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
I think
can
it was
you really
Betty
say
Ross.
it's a leading role?
I think it's Betty Monroe or something like that. But yay! I played a role with a name in it. That's the first time that's ever happened. I've never got to be in a role where you had a name. I've always been ensemble and background and all that other crap. But I'd never been a role with a name. So that's something for me.
I've never been in a musical, probably because in reality I can't sing or dance.
I just liked being a part of the production. I liked that kind of social environment, at least in my situation, because I know Brownie's situation's been different. But it's always been very fun. A lot of the people are really fun, and singing and dancing is fine when it's very simple stuff. It's fun.
Yep. I did enjoy performing when I was in the theater. Everybody I was in theater with was not fun to be around. Well, except for this one guy, Luke. Luke was pretty cool.
Good job, Luke.
Yep.
Luke.
Clean's asking me what my 2 cents on Frozen 2 is. I haven't seen it. I don't really care to. Wasn't too big on the first Frozen.
I don't know. Is Frozen 2 gonna do something else plot wise? Because I was just like, I don't know. I would have just left like Frozen as it was.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Shafua Productions, has a video on Frozen 2. And his whole thing on it is basically Frozen 2 is a movie that exists.
Well, he really gave his Frozen 2 cents on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
He probably should have tried to put a little bit frozen too much effort into it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
My favorite flower is the frozen tulips.
Uh-huh.
I guess tulips are pretty beautiful.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what my favorite flower is. There was a flower I liked when I was in an agriculture class, just because I needed credits. We went took a field trip to like a certain type of gardens, and we got to go to the shop and pick out some flowers. And I picked out I think they called it like the monkey face flower. It was really or the monkey lily or whatever, monkey faced. But it was really cute. Just had like these petals that went out in these directions, and it was like a
I don't even
orange.
know the name or like what specifically it is, but I just love the name. Uh, oh no, wow, what a great time to blank out on it.
You know?
Take that, you
Give me 1 second.
pansy.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. While you get the second, I have to talk about
Chrysanthemum.
chrysanthemum. That's what I was just about to talk about. Cause there was this story I really liked as a kid about the it was a whole bunch of mice, and there was a mouse named Chrysanthemum, and she was just a little kid, and she loved her name Chrysanthemum because it was a flower's name, and she thought it was very fancy and very pretty. But then she went to school, and everyone had very short and simple names, and they were calling roll, and they're like, "Is Alice here? Is Chrysanthemum here?" And everybody made fun of her because she had such a very long weird name to them, and she started to feel ashamed of her name, and she tried to make it work and tried to be like dress certain ways and do different things, but everyone would all just relate it back to her name, like, "Ooh, look, she looks like a flower today, let's try and pick her. Ooh, look, she smells like a flower because she put so much perfume on today, let's do something whatever with her."
I mean, would you rather be told that you stink like of body odor, or would you rather be told you smell like a flower?
I guess, but like the ending solution was that the teacher noticed they were all making fun of her because of her name, even though like at some point the girl was even like, "Okay, let me try and change my name and tell people to call me something different." But the teacher got fed up with it, and it was just like, "Why are you making fun of her name? I'm your teacher and you all respect me, and my name is," and then she comes out with this super long fancy names like, "This is my name. Do not make fun of her because of her name." And I think that was the resolution of it. And then I think all the other little girls in their name in her school tried to like change their name to something long and fancy.
Alrighty then. Jay Yoshi says tulips are my favorite kind of flower. Clayton wants to know when is it the appropriate time to cut ties with someone.
When they start being hazardous to your health. If you're losing sleep over them, if they make it hard for you to go about your daily life.
Yeah, I can second that.
TLDR when they're toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And not like the Britney Spears song.
I like that song, catchy.
Who who even who even listens or follows Britney Spears anymore?
I don't
With
know.
the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride.
If I wouldn't be surprised to hear that she's dead or something.
I don't think
Nah,
she is.
she's doing all right actually.
How's Kesha doing?
Well,
She wakes up
the
every
last-
morning feeling like P Diddy, so you tell me.
She was
Last
trash,
time.
and she knew she was trash, and she loved being trash.
Well, yeah, no. The last. This is when I was still volunteering at the radio station. Last type of activity I've heard from Kesha was she went on a decently long hiatus, and that was over this pretty publicized legal battle with a producer of hers, and then she changed her style and became a pretentious. She made a pretentious piano ballad song, and like it I I don't know. It wasn't that good. It's called praying if you're curious.
Oh God, did she find Jesus?
Um, it was more of a statement on a hey, I'm proud of who I am, what I've done, and everything. You, Mr. Producer guy, who's fighting me in court. I hope I bring you to your knees praying. It's kind of like that, kind of like a.
Yeah, I heard that song. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's why when you're dealing with someone like that, because if and I don't know if it ended up being true or not, but like apparently that producer had a habit of like sexually harassing her and whole lots of abuse going on there. But like if that's true, that's when you gotta physically hurt someone. If they're doing all that to you, don't try to get your retribution in courts. You're not gonna get it.
Well, that's the only way she can go about it. Otherwise, it's bad on her name. She has a reputation. I mean, sure, it's a trashy one, but it's not a violent one.
Yeah, but she'll get over that. She'll get over that.
Yeah, especially these days when if she says he was sexually harassing me and there's like confirmation of that, they'll be like, "Oh, she's an independent woman. Oh yeah, smack bam."
Yeah,
Publicity.
but
What was that?
I
She's
don't
an
know.
independent
I
woman.
don't know, but when if she were to retaliate how I believe she should have, and yeah, she'd get in trouble for a little bit, but that would have actually helped her career and helped her reputation. But she did it too legit, and people like that don't learn through legal battles. You gotta hurt them.
Sorry, Bronny, not everyone thinks violence is the answer initially.
I don't like using violence as the answer either. I just know when it's needed.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I agree, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Clayton wants to know who remembers the song Blow. There's been a lot of songs named Blow.
Is it
Yeah, I was
particularly
just about
by
to
Kesha?
say what group, what year, what genre, what band, what album. You gotta be a bit more specific.
Are we talking about the one by I can't remember the exact name of the guy. He was a rapper. And the chorus went something like, "Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know."
That's Flo Rida.
Flo Rida, yes, I was gonna say it as soon as you said it. That song sucks.
It took me, I'm still somewhat embarrassed to say it. It took me a very long time to realize that Flo Rida was like, I don't know what you call it, play on
Florida?
words. Yeah, Florida and then Flo Rider. It took me way too long to figure that out.
Oh my God, Brandon! I got that the first time I heard his name. I was like, "Ha!" And then
Shut up.
I was listening to his stuff, and I was like, this guy's trash."
Brandon, look at the bottom of the chat. Look at it right now.
I thought we were from Emerald Spencer. I thought we were about to get some Piano Man from that harmonica. Hey Heather. Hey Heather. Hey Bronny. Hey. I know you've
Sing
been
us
playing,
a song, you're the
I know
piano
you've been playing
man.
piano hey, I know you're like you playing piano for like a billion years, something like that. Yeah. What's that? You know.
Oh my
Was
God,
that-
he's dying, Heather.
was
In
that-
case
you-
anybody
you know-
in the audience didn't know, Piano
Was
Man
that you can
is
play
a
rock
song
on and
that
off with your
Brandon
eyes closed?
really
Okay, that's pretty
hates.
cool. But can you play a song? Do you play Piano Man? I really love this song. My mom loves this song. Can you play Piano Man?
In case
I
you
don't
didn't
really
know,
like piano.
Brandon.
How's it going, Caps Lock? You came in just in time to hear our co-host have a frickin' conniption.
Piano Man is his trigger word, guys. Come on.
Billy Joel is his trigger.
No, I like Billy Joel. I just don't like Piano Man.
Then sing us a song, Piano Man.
Hey, you want to play Piano Man?
Sing us a
That's
song
fine.
tonight, Brandon.
That's
We're
fine.
all in the mood for a melody, Brandon. You've got us feeling all right, okay? Give us the song.
What is that? Oh, you know, Piano Sonata number 16, Opus 50,000. Oh, nice. But I don't know that one. I like piano. I like Bohemian Rhapsody a lot better. Can you play Bohemian Rhapsody?
Bohemian Rhapsody is a trigger word for him too.
Did I ever tell you about my friend John? Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. You can just see it in his face. There's one time he looked at me and he said, Brawny, I believe this is killing me. And that smile ran away from his face. And he goes, I know that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. And I just felt so bad for
You're
him.
not even subtle. Not even subtle.
I'm not trying to be subtle, you cracker muffin.
Oh, isn't that cute?
I'll have you know it's Piano Man, and I sing you like piano? I like piano. Billy Joel's great. Yeah, he's got Piano Man. Hey, you can play piano, right? Yo, play Piano Man. This is such a great one. Play Piano Man.
Caps Lock came into the chat right at 9 o'clock his time, and he says it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Emerald Spencer says, and now unironically want Brawny to do a cover of Piano Man.
You know, someone just came in, Professor Luce said, heyo, and it was like, and heard that, and just was like, bio, was like, hey, I'm gone, fuck this.
Hey, what's going on in this thread? Nope. Clayton says daylight savings ended, and I don't know what planet he's on because daylight saving ends tomorrow for the rest of us.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta make sure, guys, I live in Mountain Standard Time, so,
So Heather, how far behind the East Coast are you right now?
It's 8:21 right now.
No. I want you to tell me how many hours are you behind the East Coast right now?
Yes, this is something she can't grasp.
One!
How many times?
One! But then, like, daylight savings comes... Is it 2?
No, it's 2! You
I will fucking leave this stream! It's in my room! I will end it!
Yo!
And tomorrow it's going to be 3. Heather.
No! I can't comprehend this shit. It's so hard. Why do we do this?
Why is it so hard for you?
Because why is everyone else on a different time than I am?
No, every time I text Heather, she's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'll be back at this time. She's like, what is that, my time? I'm like, take my time, subtract 2. She's like, oh, this. And I'm like, okay, good, so she's got it. And then this just happens over and over and over and fucking over again.
Then daylight savings time comes and it's like, okay, you're this time. I'm like, oh, so it's this time. It's like, no, -3 because daylight savings time. And I'm like, why are you making this hard? I didn't sign
Why
up
are you
to
making
do
it hard?
no
Heather,
fucking math. I'm not in school anymore. I can leave right now. I can go to bed. Okay? Don't forget that I can leave. I have a choice.
Yes, you do.
Hey, okay, from now on, J Yoshi and everyone else here, don't say the words Piano Man and Bohemian Rhapsody. Because then that's gonna make me go into the whole thing again. And I just, hey, Bronny, you know,
Hey,
I
hey,
really
Brandon, calm down, okay? I gotta tell you about something I did today. Just completely unrelated. I designed a superhero, right? He's awesome. He fights with the power of music. I'm gonna call him Piano Man. I need you to write him a theme song.
Okay.
His arch enemy is the Bohemian.
Yeah. No, I got you. I can.
The Bohemian Queen. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I can make a song. I can make a song.
What the fuck do you have? Is that your ocarina?
That sounds like a recorder.
That's what ocarinas sound like.
It's an ocarina.
That's what ocarinas
Okay.
are, essentially, but they're made out of clay and glass and shit.
Clayton says, Brandy, can you please go to the freezer and chill out?
Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. I'll just go stick my hand in the freezer. Maybe I'll close it really hard so I never have to hear those songs ever again.
Try the oven, it works better.
Oh yeah, I would be more familiar with that. Oh, that's terrible.
Maybe
geez.
you'll warm up to the idea.
No, this is going down a route I don't like.
When I was a kid and it was hot in summer, I would open up the freezer because we had like we had the fridge and it was like one side was the fridge and one side was the freezer, and I'd open it up and I'd just press my face to like the door where it was frosty and press my lips up against it, and then I would go out.
When I was a little kid, according to my mom, my brother, my little brother and I would we'd find a way to open the fridge, and then we or like the freezer, and we and in her own words, we would just eat whole the frozen chicken nuggets, the dinosaur shaped ones too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't know. We just did. It was funny. I doubt they were good. I don't like cold. I don't like. My little brother, he loves like cold pizza or like cold chicken and stuff, and I don't. I don't like when hot foods are like. I don't like just having foods that are supposed to be hot cold. It's just not right to me, and it just doesn't taste as good.
I
Yeah,
I
I
kind
definitely
of feel
couldn't
that way.
imagine having the chicken nuggets like that. What are you saying, Heather?
I could relate to that. I don't like cold chicken. What's funny is like that reminds me of another thing. Like one time my mom just came home, and my nephews, two of them were there. The little CJ and Logan when they were like toddlers, but apparently they had watched enough to know the concept of how toaster waffles were made. But like the thing was like I guess it popped, and my nephew CJ was trying to get a waffle out of the toaster with a metal fork. And she's just like, why are they alone doing this? And their father ended up being in the other room on the computer, not paying attention to them. And I'm just
Holy
like,
frick.
I'm just more amazed that he was able to make a waffle out of a toaster. I mean, thank God he wasn't trying to get it out with the metal fork while the thing was on.
Dude,
But damn.
I
I was actually
I would-
amazed with the stuff that CJ learned how to do. Like, his mother would watch these Taibo exercise videos, and like DVDs, and like she would exercise to them or whatever. And he liked watching her do that. And she'd be like, "Okay, what do you want to watch?" And he'd be like, "I want to watch Taibo." She's like, "No, those are my exercise DVDs. You can't watch those. Those aren't cartoons." But like, sometimes she'd come into the living room, and he figured out how to put it into the player, and he'd be watching it.
According to my mother, I did the same thing.
You'd watch exercise videos?
Yeah.
You're weird.
Yes, I know.
You're so
I
freaking
was-
weird.
when I was little, apparently, and you know what's weird actually? No, not even apparently, because I remember this actually. I don't know, what part of Pokemon like or whatever, but there was that episode with Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
My mom, and the rest of my family tells me this, and now and like after telling, and now I remember it. Whenever Jigglypuff would sing in the episode, I would start crying. I don't know why.
Just like you'd be like, even as a child, she's so off
thing-
key. She sucks.
The thing is pretty haunting.
And that's actually that could have been the reason, because I there's just a whole bunch of childhood stories tonight. I hope everyone's all right with that.
yes.
Jigglypuff's voice is a real haunter.
Huh. But yeah, no, my mom was driving all of us one day, and she was stopped. She stopped. She was parked, and she had to like step inside a store or something. And we used to have this soccer mom fan, I call it, and it had a cassette player, and she had a cassette of the Beatles in one of the song, and the song that was coming up was Revolution 9, which is still pretty unsettling, to me at least. My little brother and I, when we started hearing the song, we both just lost it, and we started bawling our eyes out because we were just so scared. And my big brother was in there with us. After laughing first, he then frantically tried to figure out how to turn off the player, which he did after a while.
According to Caps Lock, Brandon, you should try a frozen Pop-Tart.
A frozen Pop-Tart? Like, I
What a-
understand not like putting it in the toaster and maybe just eating it
Frozen
how it is in the
Pop-Tart?
package, but like.
But that's like solid. That would be solid.
Well, let's give it a try. I'm gonna try it.
Emerald Spencer tells me to play a song of time to go back to the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, and prevent the piano man conversation. And listen, I've looked into the future. 14,609 futures specifically, and in every version of that where you go back in time and change the conversation, I make 3 times as many puns. So trade off.
I just gotta say, Bronny, I see your retweet of my stream, and I love that the freaking guess the picture of it is me on the cat keyboard. It's great.
Yes, with that face.
I love it. I love it. I'm saving that.
Oh, Heather, um, it's funny you mentioned Twitter because now you know what that means.
What, you gonna plug your Twitter?
Yeah, do a little plug. I am going to do this mini series whenever I feel like it, where I overanalyze the spam, the sex spam emails I get every once in a while. Right here, right here.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Whore your stuff out. Do it. My phone needs to be charged more.
In fact, let me go check for one right now.
I hope my pizza comes. They told me 8:35 to 8:45. Ugh, I hate this charge cord.
I'm just reading Emerald Spencer's story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And he's saying that his mom had to physically take away a cable for his VCR because he kept turning the TV back on.
That's cute.
Yeah, those 2-year-olds are perceptive. You gotta be careful.
So funny. Aw, delayed. 9:05 to 9:15. Yay. My nephews, I didn't like taking care of babies, but they were a funny bunch sometimes. There was one time my freaking nephew.
Super annoying.
I don't know if it runs in my family, and yes, Brandon was there for them being children. You know, I mean, they're still children now, but like, we've been friends for years, so, and like, during some of those years I lived with family, so he's very much used to the screams and hollers of children. But, I don't know if it runs in my family, but like, men just tend to get nosebleeds in their sleep when it gets hot. Is that like a thing just with dudes, or like what? Like, they'd wake up and they just have half their face covered in blood, and they're just like, what's up? And it's
I've
like,
had a couple of students that would just randomly get nosebleeds, and come to think of it, yeah, they've always been boys. But yeah,
there's a thing.
I don't know what to say to that. I guess that's just a thing.
Juanita's brother
Yeah.
had the same thing, and you know what they do is that they put like something into their nose so that they wouldn't bleed anymore, like char the sides of it or something.
Ronnie, what are you plucking?
A rubber band I found.
Okay, I thought that
That
we were
actually
glitching
sounded
out.
pretty. That was starting to sound a little decent. Keep going.
We're gonna
So
make
I
a
was-
band, and Brownie's just gonna play the rubber band in it.
Hey y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band man. Y'all never heard a sound like the rubber band man. Oh frick.
You lost
No,
it.
you should. You should start singing. I don't even. I think it's just called. Are You My Baby or something like that. It's like it's like that really old like.
Easy whiz or
Yeah, that
easy you ain't my baby.
Yeah, that one.
Oh god, yeah, I gotta relearn that one.
You actually sang it.
I used to know it. But I don't right now. I can't remember the words.
Some people in the chat are confirming the bloody nose thing, but then Caps is like, it's the opposite. When it gets cold and dry for me, then I nosebleed. I'm like, I don't get it. What's the trend?
I've had because it's the northeast and winters are brutal. I have like not really recently, but many years ago I would actually get nosebleeds from the really bitter cold. I don't know. I just would.
Oh man, this is reminding me of like my brother Alexander. I'm still on that nosebleed thing, and he would get nosebleeds, but he'd also get night terrors for no particular reason.
Yeah, my little brother, he doesn't remember any of this, and I guess it makes sense because people often don't remember their night terrors. But he used to have night terrors, and like he was, and they would be like really expressive. Like he would sit up in his sleep, and he would just go something like, "No, stop."
What is that? I just imagine you waking up and reacting to that like, stop what? I'm not doing anything to you.
he not even night terror related, but he once talked like a little bit. He once talked to me in my sleep.
What?
Who's calling me now? Oh, those.
He called you old?
No. Give me 1 second. He's actually calling me. It might be important.
My mother once told me a story about one of my aunts, and when they shared a room, she would occasionally like voice act her dreams with like different voices and everything, and there'd be full on conversations going on between whoever she was dreaming about.
Like,
Just completely sleep talking.
you know what's funny? And I'm not sure if my mom made this up to give me confidence or whatever, but like I guess when I was little, they wanted me to sing at church, and I didn't want to sing in front of people. I didn't think I was good. But my mom said one day she heard me sleeping, but I was like, she heard me singing, but I was sleeping. And I remember the dream I was having at the time. I was like on a stage, but on a swing and singing. And apparently I was singing in my dream, and she said it was very pretty. You were singing in your sleep, and it was so nice. And I'm like, I got to sing in real life to hear what that sounded like, and then I liked singing a lot.
Nice.
It was cute. For me.
What's it called? Yeah, no, my brother. He I don't even know like what he was talking about, but he said a couple of words, and then the two words that stuck out to me were shopping malls and football.
Shopping malls and football.
Yeah, and he was just giving me some like really incoherent thoughts about both of those things, And I was awake when he was doing this, so I responded. I'm like, "Are you fucking with me?" And then he just says, "Shut up, man." And I was like, "Whatever."
So I got a couple of stories for you guys. When I was in college, I was doing really badly in a sound class, and so I was trying to stay awake. But this one night during that month, I had like my first bout with insomnia, and like the night before, I just didn't sleep at all. So here I am in this class that I'm doing really badly in, trying to stay awake, and at no point did I realize I had fallen asleep. Like I was just watching the class, and all of a sudden the class is being taught by Bugs Bunny, and I'm just sitting there, staring, trying to figure out why Bugs Bunny is teaching the class. And then I hear this, girl next to me say, "Hey," and I turn my head, and there is Twilight Sparkle, and she yells in my face, "Wake up!" and turns around and kicks me in the head, and I just like did that thing where you jolt awake in your chair, and it's like, frick.
That was a fucking existential moment. Twilight Sparkle went in there to make sure you didn't sleep during class.
And just yelled right in my face, and it sounded like Twilight too. Just wake up, kick, just bucked me right in the face. Oh man.
I mean, you only dream about the things you've seen. So, were you watching a lot of My Little Pony before class?
Yes, I was actually.
Oh, I mean, hey, you're still watching My Little Pony somehow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think My Little Pony's come up in my dreams before, as far as I can remember. Other than like people who are my friends who are bronies, that's happened to me.
Wait, have I been in dreams?
I don't know if you've been in my dreams. I know Louie has, and Dr. Turquoise, a friend we had for a while, was. Like, it was a funny dream. And you know what's a trend I find in my dreams a lot is that the floor is always very slippery. Like, I'm always slipping and sliding everywhere. But he was driving us around in a car, and the road was just so slippery, and, like, we were going everywhere. And I wake up, and I'm like, does Dr. Turquoise even know how to drive? That's all I can think about.
Heather knows that a big thing that happened in my dreams for years, like a very long time, was that do you know the game Superman 64?
Yeah, wasn't that
And
the
then-
really bad one?
Yeah, I know about it.
And then games like Silent Hill and everything with like really terrible draw distances, and there would just be fog.
Yeah.
My dreams would always be surrounded by this really weird fog, and like the whole area where my dream was taking, whatever weather it was, that's what it was. And then just except for that area, everywhere else was fog. Never went out into it.
Well,
But
I
it
don't
was
really
just-
give a fog about this story, so what's your point?
Huh. And I asked Heather
Acknowledge my
'cause
pun.
she used to have this dream analysis book.
Oh, yeah.
And and just about every conclusion was something about Freud.
It was always something
Having-
sexual. Like the dreams of flying usually mean that like your sexual drive is blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I read a few different things, and I'm just like, why is this all about sex? It was funny because that was my mom's, and I'm like, I don't know if it was specifically supposed to be about your sexual interest. Like it didn't it didn't come off like that in the cover or anything like that. But yeah, it was always about sex.
I have no idea. There was another time I was at one of my friends, it was a birthday party for him. I think he turned 16 or 17. And we were all there hanging out. And I remember, the last thing I remember of that night is sitting down with a couple of the guys, and we were all playing just rounds and rounds of Street Fighter 3. And next thing I know, I'm waking up. And I was always the first one awake, but apparently what had happened was sometime around 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, I as far as everybody could tell, I was awake, but then all of a sudden I just passed out, fell asleep in the middle of a Street Fighter match. Like I was trash talking, fully awake and everything, and then I just fell over and started snoring. And
Yes.
and they had this video. Taken on his cell phone, and it's just like me sprawled out on the floor of this basement, and face down in the carpet, and they go, hey, Brawny, wake up, and they're poking me with this like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles katana, this like plastic sword. It's like, Brawny, wake up. And they're just poking me with it, and everybody's laughing. All of a sudden, I jerk my head up, right, and I'm like sitting up. God, I don't know what to call it, but like I prop my torso up on my arms, and I'm all bug-eyed, and I just yelled, "Don't touch my corn muffin!" and then dropped right back to the floor.
I want to see this.
Well, that video would be 16 years old at this point, so it doesn't. I don't think it exists anymore. But that's what happened.
Don't touch my corn muffin.
I just shot up propping up my torso on my arms, and don't touch my corn muffins. Drop.
Megan says that usually her dreams recently are either sad or nightmarish.
Are you still overdosing on melatonin? Because that might be the cause.
Yeah, it was a funny Hey Arnold episode. There was a thing that Helga was starting to sleepwalk and going to see Arnold, and about to tell him how she felt. But the reason she was sleepwalking was because it was a side effect of pork rinds she was eating, and she was just like, okay. So there's a lot of things that can cause that. To bring it down a few decibels, the only time I've dealt with someone who's like been very vocal in their dreams, because like Juanita kind of talks in her sleep, but it's like nothing major. And I've slept at her house a few times, but it was when my brother Alexander was having a night terror, and this was the only time I'd seen it happen, because apparently it was happening behind the scenes and I just didn't know. But he came out, ran out of his bedroom, screaming, and I popped out of bed and was just like, Alexander, what's wrong? And he's just running back and forth, like, oh, there's monsters everywhere. He was just like panicking, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like 5 years old. So I run to my mom's bedroom, and like at a few times at this point, I was a little kid, and I kept waking up at night and going to sleep with my mom, and she was just like, oh, what is it? And I'm like, Mom, there's something wrong with Alexander. And she just like, what? And she pops out right away and runs down the hall and sees him screaming, and she's just like, oh God, not again. So she takes him into his bedroom and calms him down, and like apparently she's had to do that a few times at this point, and I never knew. And I was just like, as a kid, I just saw that, and I turned around and went to bed like, okay, situation resolved. I don't know. It was like, I still remember it so clearly, and I don't even know how old I was.
So we got a few things going on in the chat here.
Oh yeah, we should probably address that.
J. Yoshi says, in dreams I often try to use the bathroom or shower, but the door either doesn't close all the way or doesn't lock or just isn't there at all, so I can't get privacy. Caps Lock says, my friend showed me a text-to-speech website that has Twilight and Fluttershy voices, and I actually saw this earlier today, and it sounds pretty cool. It sounds a little robotic, but other than that robotic distortion, it's pretty convincing. And
Yeah,
he says he made it.
It is voice synthesis.
Brandon showed us that.
And then he says, I just made a clip of Twilight yelling, wake up, Bronny, and Emerald Spencer wants to see the link. Bigorna says, my dreams are weird because they look normal, but everyone acts weird.
The last dream I remember having, like, it was about Bronny, but he wasn't there. The thing was, I was in a place where people knew I was dating Bronny, but there were a few people who didn't like that I was dating Bronny, and somebody gave me a love potion that would make me fall in love with the first person I saw, and someone gave it to me, but there were a few people who wanted to see me first, and so I was in the middle of a desert at some point, running toward a room and shutting the door and crying, because I'm like, no, I don't want to cheat on Bronny. I don't want to cheat on Bronny and look at somebody and fall in love with someone else. And then I woke up, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that dream. That was hilarious.
It's like, I don't want to cheat on Bronny and his love potion.
Let's see here. There was J. Yoshi says, according to my dad, one time my brother sat up straight in bed, yelled, "That's the last cereal bowl," and then flopped back to the side and never woke up. What do you mean by never woke up? Like, were those literally his last words and he's dead now, or just never woke up for the rest of the night?
Oh my god, famous last words. I don't know what I want my last words to be, but I hope they're funny.
And Megan McGonagall thought for a second that it was not the melatonin, but then says, shoot, maybe. And let me tell you something, Megan, it probably is. Because usually, if I have to take melatonin, I end up having really weird dreams. I know I've told Heather about some of my weird dreams. But sometimes my dreams are just very realistic. Usually something that I'm very likely to deal with if in the near future. And I have had some very prophetic dreams that came true years and years later.
Yeah, shoot, we are really getting low on yarn. This pat better be made soon.
Well, let's check your progress. How's it fitting over your head?
Like a doily.
Oh yeah, that's not a lot of yarn.
Yeah.
Indigo Steele's asking if anyone's ever had a sleep paralysis event.
Not
No, I've
that
never
I've
had that.
known of. Not that I've seen. I always hear about it, but I've never had it happen.
I don't know if this counts as sleep paralysis. It probably doesn't. I think I've told Heather this dream before. And by repeating it, I'm gonna need to provide some context again. So,
Well, hold on. We're in the last 10 minutes of the stream, so now you can continue your story.
But hold on. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them up now or forever hold your silence until the next stream. Okay, now go.
I had this dream. I was in some kind of like rec center, and this isn't important for some reason. I was just in like the highest floor of a rec center.
Did
Which,
you just say
for
you were
some
in the Shrek Center?
Rec center, but sure, we'll go with that.
The Shrek Center. I'm imagining a break room with just like Shrek pasted everywhere.
Just all-star blasting through the speakers. And there was this game. I was about to play it, and my big brother comes in. He says, "It's time for a beatdown," and he starts chasing me. And I start running. As I'm running, I just start getting like disoriented, and I can't keep on my feet anymore. So I fall down. But as I'm falling down, I transition straight into my room, and for a good couple of seconds, there was a hand that was like on my chest, like near my throat, and the hand. If you've ever seen the Redead models in Ocarina of Time, that's what it looked like. It looked like a Redead was grabbing me, and like I was trying to struggle my way out of it. And then I woke up, like I actually woke up, and I looked over both sides of my bed, and I didn't see anything, and I thought it was Corey, my little brother, messing with me. And no, he wasn't there. He wasn't even home. So I don't know. Does like those 5 seconds of a hand grabbing me count as like some kind of sleep paralysis, or is that just something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I've also had a similar dream where like a huge ass spider jumped on my back and kind of caused a similar effect. I'm not even afraid of spiders.
I remember.
Heather,
go ahead, Brandon.
Heather, dream analysis book. What do those things mean?
Sex, and more sex is what you need.
And not just any sex, but the gay sex.
Like hardcore.
What were you gonna say, Brony?
The first night that I spent in college dorm, I have a feeling that I might have astral projected, or either that or it was just a very vivid dream. But I remember standing up out of my bed and then walking through the wall on the third story and just floating up above the quad, and not even thinking anything of it, and just saying, "Oh shoot, I can fly now." So I flew down the highway like couple hundred feet off the ground and just following the highway all the way back to my parents' house, and then I landed in the driveway and I started walking towards the house, and then as I got close to the house, like about halfway up the driveway, I saw these gigantic yellow eyes just appear on they opened on the garage door. And when I say gigantic, I mean like the two of them like took up the entire garage door. And I heard this very loud growl, and that scared the crap out of me. And I turned around, and I jumped right back into the air and flew all the way back to my dorm, and went back into my dorm, and like I got to get back into my body, and then just laid back down on my bed, and I woke up.
Does it think this means your house is haunted?
Shoot, I don't know. We actually did have in 2002, that house caught fire, and my father rebuilt the whole thing, and the fire was very mysterious. We never quite figured out what caused it, so we brought in a couple of people to bless and exorcise the house after we rebuilt it.
Like, you didn't even have any reason to suspect that it was possession, but you were just being safe?
Come again?
Like, you had no reason to believe it was possession, right? So you just did that to be safe?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we couldn't figure out what, like we couldn't come up, nobody could figure out a logical reason why this fire happened. But yeah, that fire destroyed the whole inside of that house. My father had to gut the whole thing and rebuild it himself.
It is a nice house. Ooh.
And that was the year 2003. I think he spent 9 months rebuilding the house. Because he had to do most of it by himself. Because every contractor he hired just wasn't good.
Damn, cowboy, that's enough to conceive a child. It's like enough time to conceive a child.
Yep.
It was his baby. I've been to that house. It's a pretty nice house. Though I will say stairs are never a good equation with me. Like, you gotta carpet those things, but even then I'm slipping. I think I slipped.
You didn't get along with the hardwood flooring and with your slippers that you always wear.
I need my feet toasty.
Stuff's low key dangerous. Not gonna lie.
she's like Bronny, I'm getting sick of all these stairs.
Yeah, like we had to go down into the basement and there's more stairs.
Why?
And I was like,
carry her.
I was like, oh, you mean these stairs? And then I started walking up them 3 at a time just to flex.
And couldn't even carry me up them. Nope, it was a bad boyfriend.
No, that stairway was not wide enough. I would have beat the heck out of you unintentionally.
Come here, knife,
if
come
I had
sniff
tried to
the
carry
cookie.
you would have been bumping your head. You would have been bumping your feet. There's a high chance we might have slipped.
But what if you carried me not bridal style? Then you could have made it work.
Perhaps.
Come here, kitty. Come
I'll try it next time if you're willing to take that risk with me.
Sniff the cookie. Sniff.
I just saw it.
Jay Yoshi says, ever since I figured out how to fly, I've never used stairs in my dreams anymore. I just glide over them. And then he says, Heather is Jarellum Tinelli confirmed.
Does that mean I don't like stairs, or like what?
I don't know.
I'm like the opposite of something. Alright, just this once. Get on.
So Heather, what are we going to do with the last 2 minutes of the stream?
Well, everyone can look at my kitty, because she's on my lap now.
Well, I suppose we could all just sit down and stare at each other.
Look into each other's eyes.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
We could just address the chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep telling dream stories because
Yeah,
a lot of
Filmer Brony just popped in and said, "Good evening, Bronny. Evening, Heather. How are you this evening?"
We're doing well. Thank you for tuning into the last few minutes of the stream. Here is my kitty Knife. She is a superstar. Oh,
The one AJ says, "Kitty."
She is my kitty. She's got an angry face, but that's just her face. That's just her face. She's not really angry. Look at the chat.
Demon Cat.
She's a baby.
When you said demon cat, you echoed.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too.
That was funny.
Oh, Brandon, did you get to see Knife and Butterfly Wings yesterday? I posted it on Twitter.
Yeah, I did see that. It was like a bullet and butterfly wings.
You do.
It's a Smashing Pumpkins song.
Kitty, please put your claws away. They hurt me. That's how you got 3 cuts on my thighs, and it's not great. Go on the bed. Ow.
Heather knows this. But like my cat, one of my cats was was like sleeping on my chest as I was sleeping and everything. And it's just like, no, don't do that. And so I yeeted my cat meatball off of my chest. Turns out when he was sleeping, he kind of had his claw hooked into me. So when I yeeted him off, just massive amounts of pain.
Oh, jeez. And that's the note we gotta end on tonight.
Yep, that's the stream, folks. I'm glad everyone showed up tonight. I had a really fun time tonight. We talked about things that were fun or funny. We got to see my kitty.
You didn't talk enough politics, though.
Oh, God, Bronny. I told you I don't want to live that life.
Coronavirus. Help me, Bronny. Help me out here.
The dirt, scarcity, and the emptiness of our South.
Say goodbye to the stream. Guys, say goodbye to the
Goodbye.
stream. Brandon.
Have a good night, everyone.
Brandon, say
See you around.
All right, I'm Heather Blossom. I'll see you all in the next